Hi there, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate you. I want to talk a little bit about the habits that you have when you are an emotional eater. You know, emotional eaters have created a habit for themselves. Whenever they feel out of place, not really snug, the simplest way of dealing with not feeling terrific is to obey that feeling, which is a craving, because that just comes right after it. I don't feel good, so I'm going to have some chocolate. I don't feel really up to something, so I'm going to dive into the ice cream. So the craving comes immediately after the not feeling good. Emotional eating is based on not feeling good in yourself, in your own skin. So the craving needs to be broken, needs to be distracted, interrupted. How do you do that? Well, first of all, my suggestion is that you're better off to regiment yourself eating 3 times a day. If you feel the urge to eat in between, before you attack the tub of ice, the Twinkies, the cookies, the whatever you are binging on, the popcorn, the chips, ask yourself really, sit down and ask yourself really seriously, why am I doing this? What am I thinking? W-A-I-T, what am I thinking? What am I thinking? What is taking place in my life right now? Has a nasty event taking place? Do you have a fight with somebody? Ask yourself, is this the right reaction? The right response to what just occurred? Or if there was no event and you're reflecting back on an older event, ask yourself if it is really necessary to mill that over and over. You're not a cow with 4 stomachs who needs to reprocess the grass. You know, we don't need to do that. You have a challenge, something took place, you're not happy about it. Work through it, look at your reaction, and see how you can change that. Interrupt that reaction, because you can easily, very easily, if you're not aware of it, go down the rabbit hole, allow the craving, the emotional eating, the binge eating to take over. You spin out of control and you just eat the whole tub of ice cream, the cookies, the muffins, whatever, the popcorn, the chips. And 99 out of 100 times when you've done that, you have the guilt and the shame. You have to deal with that again. So before you come into the guilt and the shame and the eating, observe yourself, dissect yourself. What is going on? How can I stop this? First of all, bring in the regiment, 3 meals a day. I know you want to drop weight, you want to lose weight, you want to be slim, slender, but this whole emotional thing needs to be addressed first before you can say like, okay, I am now more stable and I can scale down on the food intake, the nutrition intake. It's really important that you realize what the reason is you give in to this craving of emotional eating. There are other solutions. Just check in with yourself. What is it? What am I thinking? Is there a possibility that I can think differently, that I can do something differently? If you get a craving and you want to stop it, go vacuum the house, go wash the car, go for a walk, take a bath, take a nap, open a book, read a book, watch a movie, call a friend, do something to interrupt that pattern of thinking. Cesar Millan teaches that to the dogs. It's no different to us humans. You got to interrupt the pattern before it just leads you down the rabbit hole. You cannot suppress or eat your emotions away. It's impossible. You have to deal with them. You have to face them and say like, okay, what's going on here? Interrupt them. Stop that urge for craving of emotional eating and just go back and take control of your life for that moment and say, what is going on? What is really going on? You have to be honest with yourself. What is going on? And how can I do this differently? Because you can. It's very simple. You can. Don't give in to that emotion that weakens you as a person. Be a stronger person and look at the challenge. Look at the problem. Interrupt it and look at the problem. What is the problem? How can I find a different solution for this problem? Maybe once you have dissected the problem, maybe you can talk to a friend. You can always talk to me. You know, I'm a therapist. I can help you with that. But change your thinking about a problem. Don't let the problem run your life. We all have problems in our life. That's just part of life. But the most important thing is, how do you address your problem? How do you look at your problem? There's always a solution. There's always a way. So get creative. First of all, observe yourself. Most important, be aware. Become aware of your thinking pattern. What am I thinking? And if you have a thought that keeps coming back, keeps coming back, keeps coming back, you got to interrupt it. You got to stop it. You literally have to tell yourself, stop it. And change your internal self-talk, your internal dialogue to a positive one. Because there is always a solution. There is always a way. So, get creative. Think of how you would like it to be. If it is not going the way you want it to be, what would you like it to be? How would you like it to be different? Interrupt it. And it's even better when you take the devastating emotion out of it. You're not a victim of your emotions. Yeah, sure. You are emotions, your energy emotions, but that doesn't mean that your emotions are running the show. No, no, no. Absolutely not. You are in control of the emotions that are running the show. It's not the emotions running the show and you're not in control. It's the other way around. So, observe the emotions. What has taken place? What is the event that has taken place that cause you to be whacked out of your balance, to not feel happy in your skin? And what would you like to change to feel happy in your skin, to feel different? I mean, you don't have to go from all the way down here depressed to all the way shouting it from the rooftops, but make little changes. What could you do different right now to think differently about the challenge that you have, the emotion that you are experiencing? Is it really necessary to allow that emotion to take over? Can you stop it? Because you can. It's just thinking differently about what's going on. It's, it's a worry, and a worry turns into anxiety, and anxiety gets bigger and bigger and bigger and turns into depression. Stop it. Stop it at the front. What are you worrying about? Because the more you worry, and Here we go again. I can't help it. It's the law of attraction. The more you focus on the negative, and the positive as well, but the more you focus on the negative, and we are trained to focus on negative things from day one, it is no other. Sorry, just do your research online. The more you attract it. It's not going to get easier when you focus only on negative stuff. What would you like? Just one little thing. What would you like to be different? And keep picturing that in your head over and over and over. Because to be very blunt, your life is basically existing on two things only. One, the pictures you create in your head. And two, the words you say to yourself. So how about changing those? How about making a start of changing the pictures? Not looking at the disaster all the time. Even though everybody around you would like to create the drama and the disaster and the chaotic circumstances. No, why don't you create your own positive picture that you would like to see? And attach positive words to it. I'm a winner. I'm a success. I have phenomenal coping skills. I can do that. May sound cheesy. You got to reprogram yourself. There is a ton of books you can read on that. You can also read the books from Don Miguel Ruiz, The Four Agreements. The Way We Are Raised is just the domestication of the human being. You can read on that. Just realize that you have all the power within yourself to create a fantastic life. And you may be at the bottom of the stairs and you may be feeling down and out, etc., etc. If you keep focusing on that, you only get more of that. Circumstances around you will only be in that same negative field. Start to look at positive possibilities. What would you like to have in your life if time and money is not an issue? And start with small little things. Write them down. Break them down. Small little things. And when you do that and you start to feel happier in your skin, your emotional eating will go away because you don't have the urge, the craving to suppress your negative emotions that you don't want to have, and do you just think that by eating you can suppress them. Mindless emotional eating is not going to change your situation. It's actually only going to make it worse because you're going to get more and more weight on your body, fatter, obese, etc., etc. That doesn't make you happy. So create for yourself positive pictures in your head. Eat 3 meals a day. Maybe have a little snack in between. Change your relationship with your food. Look at it as gasoline that you put into your car, because basically that's what it is. Don't fuss about it. Make it simple, make it nutritious. Just have 3 meals a day. And if you think you're hungry, have a glass of water first, because chances are that you are dehydrated, and a glass of water will change a lot for you. So these are just little steps, and maybe you think it's a lot. Go back to my previous videos where I talked about it as well. I know you can do it. I believe in you as a human being. You can do it, but you have to do the first step. Nobody else can do that for you. And be aware of the people around you, that they do not rain on your parade. You don't have to tell them what you are doing. And by emotional eating, by constantly stuffing your face, you're asking for attention, and they will tell you the wrong things. You don't need that. You can do this yourself. You're strong. You're a beautiful human being. Observe yourself. what is going on when you get the craving. You can do this. Talk to you again next time. Thanks for tuning in. You know that disclaimer that I always put here, I continue to do that because everything that I serve you is a compilation of everything that I have learned from my fantastic mentors. I mix it all together, put my own sauce over it, and that's what I serve you. If you like it, press the like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And if you like to, if you feel that somebody you know could benefit from my content, just pass it on, forward it to them. And if you don't like it, that's fine as well. I just appreciate you being here. Till next time, observe yourself. Thank you.